Good morning, all of you. So let's go ahead, everybody. So we covered all the types now, correct? All the cases also, isn't it? Now just a couple of questions were remaining that we will finish. All right, everybody? Okay. Which all questions remaining now? Or any cases remaining to be discussed? Yes. Some cases are remaining to be discussed. Okay. So come to page number around 5.4 that we have covered. So case 1 is done. Case 2 is also done. Some part is SOP, some part let out is done. Then owned or sold during the year is also done. Then very important. Do you remember case number 5? But can you see case number 5 over here? If the property is used for self-business or a profession, in that case, that house property is not to be considered under this chapter. It will be considered under PGBP. Correct, all of you? Fine. Then this is already considered. Whatever whatever properties we have, we can consider only 2 of them as self-occupied. Remaining will be deemed to be let out. Correct? House property held as stock in trade. For whom, bacho? Which kind of assessee? Builder, real estate. So for 2 years after the end of the financial year in which construction completion certificate was issued, the GAV will be taken as nil. Otherwise, henceforth, later on, they will have to pay taxes under this head of income from house property for expected rent. Okay, that was covered. Come to case number 8. Ready, everybody? So, house property used for the purpose of business or profession. This we have already covered. No, check. If the property is used for the purpose of any business or profession carried on by the assessee. So what all things are there? There is the house property owned by the assessee, but the same house property is used also by the assessee for his own business. So let us say if I have a flat, a residential flat, I am using that flat as my office. So that is the case. Currently, everybody. So assessee is using his house property for his own business. Clear? Then in that case, bacho, no income shall arise from such property from this head of income. So there is no, first of all, income. Okay, everybody. In fact, there is no, first of all, any kind of income. But expenditure will be allowed. Expenditure will be allowed. In which head of income? Under PGBP. Profits and gains on business or profession. Currently, your municipal taxes, your repairs, maintenance, electricity, interest, etc. All of that will be allowed. Those examples or those questions we have covered. Okay. Then all expenses relating to it will be allowed while calculating business income. This is done. Tell me, is it okay? If you remember that one question we had done of a bungalow, I had given you 7-8 cases, different cases. Bungalow had ground floor and first floor. So ground floor, let us say, self-occupied. First floor was office. So if you remember, ground floor was, we had given interest ceiling limit of rupees 2 lakhs. But first floor, we said since it is under PGBP, there is no ceiling limit. Okay, so we had allowed entire interest of that, I think 5 lakh rupees, something like that. Okay, correct, no? Ready? Next one will go, bacho. Let's go ahead. Okay, next point, check. This I'm doing a star mark, small star mark. The income earned by an assessee engaged in the business of letting out of properties on rent would be taxable as business income. Understand? What is the income, but to pay attention? What business he is in, the assessee? Letting out of properties on rent. Okay, letting out, obviously we understand now. Giving it on rent. Okay, the properties he's giving it on rent. Okay, so he's in that business of letting it out on rent. In that case, that income will be taxable under PGBP. I've given you an example of Regus. Okay, it is just another brand or a famous company, Regus. Then I think there is a co-sharing something. Basically, what happens, I'll tell you. See. I'll just give you an example of this company. Regus. There are many Delhi, Bangalore, Pune, lots of cities have their branches. Okay. What do they do? Okay. Check there. They give you basically co-working offices. Okay, they give you what, bacho? Co-working offices. If I use any of their photos or show you any photos. Okay, can you see here, everybody? So what these companies, okay, the company like Regas, what does it do? Pay attention. They, in a commercial complex or in a big complex, they take half of the floor or one floor entirely on rent, or maybe they purchase it. Usually they don't purchase, such companies don't purchase it, but they have taken it on a long-term lease. Are you understanding, everybody? So this is a company. It takes entire one floor on rent, or you can say on lease for 5 years, etc. Okay. Now entire floor they have. Now what they do in that entire floor is they you can say build or a structure kind of small offices. Or what, bacho? Small offices. It can be a 100 square feet office or a 300 square feet office, etc. Then there is a common, obviously, washroom, then common, you can say, kitchen, then a kind of a common meeting hall. Meeting hall is, remember, meeting room, right? Printers, scanners, everything is there. So there are many companies who don't want a very big office in India, or yet they have not yet started doing that much of, you can say, business in India. Let us say I had one client, the name was Shinhan Bank, Shinhan. So they have a branch in Pune. So when they were just starting here in India, and they were starting here in a branch in Pune, so their branch construction was not yet complete, because bank branch, you also know how kind of a big location it requires, right? So they said the hours work is still going on. The branch will start maybe after 1 year or something. So till that time, they were doing all the work. So they were doing from one of these offices, because there were only 2 people in that in their Pune location at Pune. And they said once the branch actually starts functioning, then we are going to hire all the people. So initially there were only 2 people. So for 2 people, we require only very small office. Are you getting my point? So there are many such companies who require very small offices at a particular location. I'll tell you one thing. See, registered office, now in Companies Act also we are learning registered office, and in that concept also we have seen section 12 of Companies Act, that registered office can be at one location and your other branches, factories, etc. can be at different locations, isn't it? And registered office mainly is for what purposes? But so communication. There has to be one proper legal address in India, physical tangible address, isn't it? So that in such cases people prefer having such very small office, because the factories may be somewhere at some place else. Most of the people may be sitting somewhere else. So they just want one small office. Clear till here? So these companies like Regas, etc., they provide these services. Understood till here, all of you? So see, a common kind of your meeting hall or a meeting room, you can say, these services you can use. And they're widely used. They're highly used in India. It's quite famous. Okay, everybody? Let us also show you Regas of Bengaluru. You'll usually see these kind of, obviously, entrances. Okay, so you can go there. Maybe if at all you can see a little bit. These are your nameplates. Okay, it's a board, huh? It's a nameplate. Okay, so which office isn't which office is at which, you can say, door, or that office number. Okay, they obviously inform that. They're like a broker, you can say that, but they are taking it is like subletting, not broker. It is like subletting. Subletting, you understand? So owner to tenant, and then tenant to subtenant. Yeah, see, because they are doing a bulk deal with the owner, they get obviously good rate, and here they can charge from the customers on hourly basis also. Even especially, let us say, when I started my new practice, when new practice, I did not have a proper office, but there were some clients who wanted to meet. At that time, I had the option. I never used it, but I had the option that I can use their office on hourly basis also. Instead of meeting the customer in the Starbucks or CCD or barista, it is better to meet in some corporate office. Right? So even that facilities are available, that you can use the boardroom only for 4 hours, meeting, etc. All of that. That is also possible. Okay, everybody? Yes, this office I had visited, Bangalore office. Let's go ahead, all of you. Okay. So it's a kind of good business. So basically, now pay attention. They are getting rent income. I'll repeat now. Now these companies are getting mature rent income from the customers. Correct, Ilya? For for their offices, etc. Hold on. if at all, because if it is still here, I'll show it to you. Look at the distance between Bangalore city and Bangalore airport. It is like another city only. This I can show you. This office I was telling you. We had a client visit over there. So our client was over there in that Regus. I mean the hotel. I mean they had used the entire room. Now, I mean they have taken, let's check this entire floor they have taken. And these floors, they have broken into these kind of small offices. Okay. Was first office, second office. Nitin, I don't know what is that. Houston, Hosur, it is Hosur in Bangalore area. Okay. Kind of a common this board meeting. We had a client over there, so we had to make a visit. This was also, I think, our office. Small offices. Check here. Can you see here? They have created small all these offices over there. We had to visit. That's why I had gone there. Anyways, let's go ahead, everybody. Chalo, that I hope that point is clear. Chalo. So now pay attention. The company, like for example, like Regus is going to earn what? Rent income from the customers. Correct, Ilya? But that income will not go under house property. That bacho income will not go under house property. Clear, Ilya? Why? Because the case is that they are in the business. They are in the business of giving it on rent. Okay. They are in the business of giving it on rent. Okay. In the business of. Clearly, all of you. So they are making this kind of facility provided to the customers. All right, everybody. Fine, Delia. Let's go ahead, everybody. Then case number 9. Pay attention. Letting out is supplementary to the main business. Okay, pay attention, everybody. Pay attention. Letting out is supplementary to the main business. You have an activity to do. I mean, that your main source of income. Okay, your main source of income. Let us say, there is a, you can say, sugarcane factory. Sugarcane factory, you understand, correct? Obviously, your raw material is sugarcane and your output is sugar. So, what is your main source of income? Sale of sugar. Clear, everybody? But when you're processing that sugarcane into sugar, there may be lots of, you can say, what residue. Residue, remember residue, correct? Molasses, something that is called, correct, Ilya? That may also be sold. And I think they create what ethanol or what, I don't know. I'm not technically, I'm not aware of that, whatever it is. But it is used somewhere, or basically that residue can be sold. Or in any other language or any other example also, scrap but you can be sold. Are you getting my point, all of you? Let us say there is a sheet of metal, and a sheet of metal. Of that you just want to use the central part. So remaining gets wasted now. So remaining can be sold. So that scrap can be sold. That is a supplementary, but that is not a main source of income. Clearly, yeah? So I hope you understand the difference between main and supplementary. Clearly, all of you? So let us say, everybody, there is a shop. You are running a cafe. You are running a restaurant or a cafe in that particular shop, in that location. And just outside the restaurant or just around that premises, you have an ATM. You have an ATM. Clearly, yeah? So the bank has done you can say, dealing with the tenant of the shop or tenant of the hotel. Means what I'm trying to tell you, bacho. Let us say there is an owner. Clear? There is a tenant. The tenant is doing a hotel or a restaurant business or a cafe business over there, isn't it? He's paying rent. Are you all understanding or no? Clear? Now this, I'm just giving you again actually a practical example. What happens over here? I stay next to MIT or MIT college. So again, it is always a crowded area. So that's why the rents are also very high. Okay. So because of COVID, again, it has come down, but you can take it as around 50,000 rupees per month for a small shop. 50,000 rupees per month. Now, at times there may be issues, or there may be, you can say, cases where the tenant may have you can say, problem on repaying the rent. So the tenant will take in his own name and he sublets to many people. He sublets to many people. So there was a tea person, chai wala, you understand, a tea person, his tea shop. But his tea shop doesn't require a very big shop as such. Okay. So whatever he has is his own small, you can say, stall. Over there he was making his tea, but remaining space. then he gave to the vada pav wala, dabeli wala, chaat wala, etc. Correct? And obviously they have an internal agreement, no? They had an internal agreement. Clear till here? That they will pay to him. Clear all of you? Understood? Or that example I told you about what? ATM. Understood or not now? That ATM may be in his shop, but the ATM, I mean, the bank is getting, you can say dealing with this tenant, because right now he is holding that premises, no? Correct? That will pay you 5,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees, etc. per month. Just keep the ATM safe in your shop. Clear to all of you? So this, but pay attention now. This income is main business or main income or supplementary? What do you think? Tell me quickly. This is main income or supplementary income? It is supplementary income. It is just an extra income. Clear? Fine. So I'll give you just small examples. Let us say, again, in some universities or colleges, you might have seen, if at all you have gone, in universities or some colleges, the banks have a branch in the college. Correct? Have you seen that? The bank branch has a branch. The bank has a branch in the college premises. So obviously the bank is paying rent to the college. Why? Because they are getting entire big client over there in the college itself. Are you understanding or no? All the fees from the college will be deposited in that bank in only na bachcho. So they are getting so many accounts, so many fees over there. Clear all of you? Is it okay? So again, for college, it becomes a supplementary income. Clear, everybody? Yes. There are some factories, your IT companies, but very famous IT companies. If at all you have gone to any company, you will see generally at the top floor or one of the floors, second last floor or top floor, they are usually for that kitchen. Okay, we also call it as a pantry house. Okay, you can sit there and eat. So that location, that pantry house, over there also lots of, you can say, stalls are given on rent. Stalls are given on rent because employees also want option. I can eat this, I can eat that. So those kiosk, it is also called as kiosk. Those stalls or kiosks pay rent to the company. That if we want to keep our stall at your pantry or kitchen house. Understood all of you? So again, for the company, it is supplementary source of income. RTO pays rent to Maruti Suzuki. Okay. I hope this is clear. And one of the last example, let me give you. It can be, yes. One of the last example, let me give you, bacho. Have you heard of this townships or workers? What do you call it? Workers' house. Okay. Employee house, worker house, or you can say township. Have you heard of that? Okay. For example, bacho, one of the biggest townships, which I know there is what I think it was in for Reliance. Okay, Reliance Greens in, you can say, Jamnagar. Okay. I hope you know Jamnagar. No, you don't know Jamnagar. Okay. Anybody else? Why Jamnagar is famous? Okay, Jamnagar bacho has one of the biggest oil refineries, I think, in Asia. Okay, I am not sure of Asia, but India definitely. But I have heard it is one of the biggest oil refineries in Asia. So oil is to be refined or you can say processed, obviously. So it has that refinery in Jamnagar in Gujarat. It is at the west coast, obviously, near the seashore only. So the factory is a little bit outside the, you can say, regular area. Okay. So they have created a proper township over there. Now normal township, you understand, no? Where you can buy a flat property, etc. So the company bacho created, or you can say had to put over there a township so that people can come and work over there in the factory. So the township is very much nearby to that particular factory. Clearly, it is, I'm saying it is a factory, but it is a big refinery. Okay. And for that, employees, they are charging some nominal rent. Okay, some nominal rent per year to use that particular house. Yes, till here. Again, that rent income, but is it main income of the company? No. Clear till here, all of you? You might have seen railway house or railway quarters. Railway quarters, bacho maybe. Hai na? So again, the officers are given the house, okay, which was built by railways or maintained by railways. Clear? So again, some nominal amount is charged by railways to them for using the house. Again, it is a supplementary income, not a main income. Fine, let's go ahead, everybody. Chalo. I hope the cases are clear. Where the property is let out, property is let out with the object of carrying on the business of the assessee. Same thing of factory workers, same thing you can keep in mind. Okay, factory or workers' quarters or workers' houses. Okay. Then the rental income is taxable as even bacho business income. Important. Supplementary income bacho will take nature or color from main business. Okay. Supplementary income will take the nature or color from the main income, main business income. Okay. Provided letting is not the main business. Now in bacho, which example letting was main the business? This one which we covered. Yes, still all of you. Right? Pakka? Understood? Okay. Provided letting is not the main business, but it is the supplementary to the main business. Okay. Clear till here? So if it is supplementary, it is what bacho? Business income itself. Fine till here? Deductions, allowances have to be calculated as per PGBP and not as per house property rules regulation. That is fine. That is this we have understood. If the head of income itself is different, then we will be using those heads of incomes rules regulations. All right. We'll go ahead, all of you. Next one. Composite. Now, composite, but there are two types. First of all, in composite, what do you mean by composite? I think we had discussed this word before. What do you mean by composite? Mixture. Correct. Very good. Composite, but means what? Mixture. Fine, all of you. You might have seen some halls, marriage halls, whatever function. I mean, I guess of any hall for some events. Correct, Elia? So if you go at times for inquiry of those halls or lawns, I mean, lawn is obviously an open area, but I'm talking of some hall, okay, indoors. Fine, Elia? Especially those wedding or function halls. Now, if at all you go for inquiry, they say we charge based on number of persons. Like a number of person means what? They're like our food is included in the rent. Our food is included in the rent. 200 rupees or 250 rupees per person we charge. Because catering, you understand? Catering compulsory you have to use hours only. So basically whatever you decide, this and that, etc. So on per person we charge. Clear, all of you? Now that but your rent, what they are charging is inclusive of everything. The most important is what? Obviously space. Space, you understand, no? The space, what you are using as the hall. Then maybe some kind of decorations, music system, food, catering, security, everything. No? You are paying but your rent for all of that. Correct, Leo? Yes. But when you say no, I don't want catering, I don't want your furniture also, I don't want your lightings, I don't want your decoration, nothing. I just want the space over there. I mean, the empty hall I want. Correct, Leo? In that case, bacho, we are not using them, all of them together. Clearly, everybody? So we will be discussing cases where some things may be available separately, but where some things may not be available separately. Let us say, but you go to an auditorium. Auditorium, you remember? Auditorium. You might have seen some plays, natak, natak, you understand, no? Some plays, etc. Auditorium. Now, when you can take the auditorium on the rent. See all these, what you can say, stand-up comedian shows, remember? They are in some particular hall, etc. In some hall, etc. Correct? At times, but that hall has some embedded means fixed chair. Okay, fixed chair. Are you understanding, everybody? Fixed chairs. Fixed ACs. Now, can you remove those ACs? No. Can you tell him I don't want AC? No. Can you tell him I don't want chair? No. Now they are fixed over there. Currently, all of you. So even if you like it or don't like it, you have to take all of them together. But there may be halls where there is no AC, except, let us say, you can ask for a cooler, etc. Or where there are no chairs fixed to the ground. So you can ask for all of that separately. Clear? Anyways, so this will be the two cases. What will be the two cases? Where the lettings are separable. Letting me again giving it on rent. That means you can separate. Okay, this is for chair. This is for AC. This is for hall. This is for security. That is for catering, etc. Okay, that they can be separated. Or but to one single amount where the lettings are not available at all, separable. They cannot be given separately. Okay, everybody? Fine. Let's check. I'll just give you one more example. We'll discuss that in some time. Pay attention. Where the very important, where the composite rent, composite understood, mixture. That means that amount is charged for different services. So, but that amount includes rent of building. Pay attention, bacho, and charges for different services like what? Lifts, securities, AC, supply of water, cleaning, power backup, etc. The composite rent has to be split. This I'll tell you in some time. Okay, pay attention. Very important. Good example you'll understand now. A tenant is paying rent, correct? But the tenant is not paying only for space. Okay, or not only for space, but not only for area, but he's also paying for different services. Okay, everybody? What services? Lift, security, AC, supply water, cleaning, power backup, etc. What do you think? Which kind of building has this kind of so many different services? Any idea? Your rent includes that, Indrajit, when you're paying for a flat rent. Lift, security, AC, supply water, cleaning, power backup. Okay. But you're charged for that also, bachos, separately. What else? Society, residential flat. Okay, what else? A good bacho example, honestly, I'll tell you, is about malls. Okay, malls. Obviously, you are aware of mall, hai na? Fine, everybody. Now look at that again concept. There is a real estate owner who is owning that mall, and generally they may not have sold the property to the tenant. They gave it on long-term lease, 5 years, 8 years, 10 years, long-term lease with every year increase of 5% rent. Generally, that is the agreement. Clear till here? Yes, no? Fine. Now, when that person, the person who is running the shop in the mall, the tenant, the person who is running the shop in the mall, the tenant, he gets all the allied, you can see he gets different services so that the customer comes to his shop, isn't it? Right from parking, the security, then the lift, water, centralized AC, washroom, etc. Security, that is covered. Lighting, all of that is provided, bacho. That is that. So that just so that the customer comes in the mall, and then obviously there is a good chance that he will come to your shop and buy something. But anyways, whatever said and done, those services are necessary. So the services are bacho maintained by the owner of the mall, and he charges for that also from the tenant. Clear till all of you? Yes. So they decide on per square feet basis. This is my space rent, and the remaining services I'm charging so and so per square feet. Okay. Chalo. So this amount includes for building as well as different services. Chalo, let's go ahead, everybody. In that case, whatever rent income the owner gets, it has to be distributed in two parts. For the property, it will go under house HP, and for the services, but it will go under PGBP. That is business. Okay. Profits and gains of business or profession, or you can say it can also go under income from other sources. Another head of income, bacho, income from other sources depends on your. There is no fixed answer. It can be based on case to case basis. Okay. This is applicable. Pay attention now. Give a star mark here. This is applicable even if a composite rent is received by SSC from his tenants. Okay. For the two lettings. Two letting means what? What is given on let out? What is let out, bacho? What is given on the rent? The building as well as services are given, isn't it? So in that case, compulsorily we will split them between what, bacho? House property and business. Whatever you mention in contract, that is irrelevant, or you can say irrespective of whatever is mentioned in the contract. Clear till all of you? You will separate them between house property and PGBP. Clear? Where the lettings are separable. That means you know you are charging what for what. Clear till here? For lift, security, water, all of that. But however, composite rent, where the lettings are not separable, where the lettings are bachcho, not separable. Pay attention. If the letting out of us building and other assets like machinery, AC, furniture are not separable, what are you giving on rent, bachcho? Building. Correct, Lilia? Let us say I am giving that, you can say particular cinema hall. Cinema hall, you understand? That I'm giving on rent for a particular function. That cinema hall, bachcho, the projector of the movie, along with the chairs, the screen, the AC, can I move it? No, you're getting an entire package. You're getting again an entire package. Okay. So they cannot be separated. And we are not charging separately for them. There is one fixed amount for the entire hall. Clear? Now pay attention. That is, the other party does not accept letting. Other party means the tenant does not accept letting out of building without other asset. That means all of it will come together. You cannot choose what do you want and what you don't want. Okay. Then the rent again of the owner is taxable either as business income or other sources. But compulsorily what, bachcho? What will not come into picture? No HP. HP will not come into picture. House property will not be there. It will be either business income or income from other sources. This is applicable even if, again, give us a small star mark. So this is applicable even if some receivable for the two lettings is fixed separately. Now, what is common between second and third column is that, bachcho, whatever you mention in the contract, pay attention, whatever you mention in the contract is not relevant. We will be looking whether they can be separated or they cannot be separated. If they can be separated, bachcho, then tell me quickly what happens. I'll make a quickly small, you can see, table in the notebook. Chalo. Write down quickly. First one is what? Lettings separable. Correct? And here, bachcho, what? Lettings not separable. Okay, that means the building and the furniture, etc. It can be separated or it cannot be separated. No? So lettings are separable. Then in that case, bachcho, what happens? Building will go under HP, house property. And services, bachcho, will go under PGBP or IOS. Fine, tell you. But if it is not separable, entire income, okay, building as well as furniture, PGBP or IOS. And I'm writing here, in both cases, in both cases, what do you write down? Agreement, arrangement, as per contract to be ignored. Sorry. Arrangement as per contract to be ignored. Means what? Whatever is mentioned in the contract, that is not relevant. They can be separated or not separated. That is important. Sorry. We'll go ahead, all of you. All the cases are done now. You know? Come to page 5.10. Sorry. Ready, everybody? Inadmissible deduction. Last section. Sorry. Now, interest chargeable under this act, which is payable outside India, shall not be deducted. Interest chargeable under this act means what, bacho? Basically, for house property, you're taking a loan or no? Yes. Okay, pay attention. Let us say, but the bank or somebody is giving a loan to the assessee. Finally, what loan? Home loan. The assessee is going to repay back the loan, right? Along with interest. The interest part. What do we do of that? We did deduction, bacho. Tell me, correct? Under 24B. Yes, everybody tell you. We did deduction under section bacho 24B. Now, pay attention. However, if the lender is outside India, yes or no? So basically, bacho, is the amount going outside India or no? Tell me this. Yeah, no? The amount is going outside India. Clear till here? That means somebody is earning income from India. The lender, right, everybody? These guys, lender is earning income bacho, from India. So in that case, obviously, what happens is they're obviously bacho, liable to pay tax in India. See, liability is there, but the problem is about catching those people and making them pay in India. Catching and making them pay in India. So what they say is, bacho, okay, this is a very normal basic law also now, that whatever generally money is going outside India, okay, we have to see that tax has been properly paid on the same. Are you getting my point? That means, let us say, bacho, this assessee pays interest to the bank, from outside India. He has taken some, you can say, loan from outside India. So if he's paying the interest, bacho, outside India, so bank should pay tax on the same in India. The lender should pay tax on the same in India. So in that case, bacho, the government, pay attention now. The government or income tax department puts this responsibility, liability, duty, obligation on the payer. Puts a duty, liability, obligation, okay, on the payer, that you should deduct tax on our behalf. Don't pay them full amount. Pay them some amount and cut some amount as taxes and pay to the government. What did I tell you, all of you? All of you? Yes? That concept of deducting the amount, of deducting the tax, bacho, is called as TDS. I'm doing right now very, very basic thing. But that amount is called as what? TDS, or this cutting off or deducting amount, okay, of taxes at the source itself. Because assessee is paying. So one person's expenditure is other person's income. So the income source for the bank is what? This assessee, source. So he should deduct the tax at the source itself. That duty is put by the department, or can say Income Tax Act. Clear? So you should do the TDS, or simply because the money is going outside India. Clear? There are obviously many rules and regulations. So don't say, sir, whether every amount is on every amount we do TDS. Answer is no. There are some specified transactions, some given that there is a list of transactions on which TDS will be applicable. Not all the transactions. Clear till here? So if tomorrow I have to pay to some hospital outside India, TDS will not be applicable. Clear, all of you? Check. So if interest was paid outside India, okay, but on that interest, what is not happening? What has not happened? TDS has not been deducted. Okay, so pay attention. When the tax has not been paid or deducted from such interest, okay, and also there is no person in India who may be treated as an agent under Section 163. Now we don't have to go into details of Section 163, but understand, if the principal is outside India, what did I say, bacho? Principal is outside India and agent is within India. This much you understand? Principal agency relationship, you understand? Somebody working on somebody else's behalf, right, everybody? So if principal is outside India and agent is in India, bacho, we can hold the agent liable. We can recover the taxes, bacho, from agent. Remember till here, business connection, etc. Okay. So if we are unable to recover from principal, bacho, we will recover from agent. Okay. So if there is a foreign company, is it registered in India? No, it has, let us say, a branch office in India. So normally speaking, that business should also appoint an agent in India, and proper, you can say, they have to file with the MCA also that this is our representative in India. But in some cases, if there is no representative in India, as well as the money is paid outside India, now can we catch anybody bacho in India? Are you getting my point? Assessee paid interest, okay, to the lender. But the lenders, there is no agent of the lender in India, or there is no representative of the lender in India. Who will we catch then? So we tell to the assessee, this is your mistake. So we will penalize you and we will not allow you this deduction. Are you getting my point, all of you? Why? Because obviously, bacho, there is a loss to the government also. No? The government lost tax on that income which was paid outside India. Understood, all of you? Tell me. We'll go ahead, everybody. Let's go ahead, all of you. I think this covers everything. There are, yes, some sections still remaining that we will cover in another chapter. Okay. 26 also we have covered. Then that is okay. Then it will be allowed. Yes, Nitin. There has to be some agent also in India. If agent is there in India, then no problem. Then the department will catch hold of that agent. Okay. If agent pays the tax, okay, then there is the amount of principal by deducting some commission. No, again, it will not be taxed. No. There is no never ever case of double taxation. Never ever. Okay. Have you also spoken about, discussed about DDAA? I think we have discussed now. DDAA, double taxation avoidance agreement. Remember, all of you? No, I think we have covered that. Okay. DDAA we covered, no? DDAA. In residential chapter we covered, no? Same income will not be taxed twice. We covered that. Right? I had showed you some agreements also, no? I think. Let's go ahead. Fine. Can I ask you now charging sections? How many heads of income are there? Quickly tell me. There are 5 heads of income. Okay. If I go as per the sequence, as such, first head of income is salaries. What is the charging section? You can go back to your first chapter and look at the diagram on the end of the first chapter in the textbook. Salaries. Salaries, I said, not capital gains. 15. Very good. 1,500. Okay, 15 is your salaries. House property charging section 22. Next head of income is PGBP charging section 28. Correct, Elia? Then next head of income capital gain charging section 45. And last head of income from other sources charging section 56. Correct, Elia? So we have as such what to cover from 22 to 26 we have covered, isn't it? 22 to 26 we have covered. One section remains 27. That relevance or that importance, we'll have to deal with that with another chapter, clubbing income. That is just one single section. Fine, Delia? Okay. So tell me what remains now. 11, why it is remaining? Should we finish it off? Quickly? Let's quickly finish it off. Chalo. Let's start. Question number 11. Ready, everybody? Chalo. Let's go ahead. Mr. A has let out 3 houses. So all 3 of them are let out. Fine, Delia? The details of which are as follows. This is not at all great question because all 3 are let out. It is not even choosing anything. Fine, we just have to take total of all 3 properties. That's it. Okay, quickly we'll do it. Chalo. House 1 at Pune, 2 at Mumbai, and 3 at Thane. Okay, no problem. Municipal valuation, fair rent, standard rent. Okay. And rent per annum, actually, because it is actually let out, no? So this is the actual rent. Municipal taxes paid as a percentage is always obviously of the municipal valuation. Loan taken for construction at the rate of 10%. Date of loan, they have given here in bracket, not yet repaid. So principal is not yet repaid. Okay? And date of completion of construction. You are requested to calculate income from house property. The properties are also let out. Can I tell you? Then do we have to look into anything or like ceiling limit also? No. So the only interesting part can be about pre-concession period interest. That's it. Correct, Elia? Because they have given you date of loan and they have also given you date of completion of construction. So you have to calculate pre-concession period of that interest and of that 1/5 you will take as in the current year also. Right, Elia? That's it. So quickly we'll finish it off. Computation of income from house property. Come on, ready? Let's write down. Okay, all of you. Computation of income from house property of Mr. A for AY. 23-24. Particulars. House 1 rupees. House 2 rupees. And house 3 rupees. Fine, we'll go ahead, all of you. What do we do first? GAV calculation, correct? Gross annual value. Under that first one, expected rent is what? Higher of municipal valuation or fair rent, but subject to standard rent. I'm not going into again all the numbers in details because this is one of the last questions now. of the chapter. Okay, this chapter is finished now. So higher amount MV and FR municipal valuation, correct? 1 lakh, but lower of 1 lakh and 80,000, 80,000. So I'm directly, but you're writing 80,000. Is it okay? Fine. Second higher of these 150 and 175, 175, and lower is what? Again 175 compared to 180. So your answer is 175. And house 3 higher is what? 215, but lower is 2 lakhs. So we'll take 2 lakh. Fine, tell all of you. Any problem or any mistake or anything, quickly let me know. Okay. Ready? We'll go ahead. That is your expected rent. So second, now we have what? Actual rent. No case of vacancy loss, unrealized rent, nothing. Okay. So 1 lakh 20. Then 2 lakh 40. And lastly, 1 lakh 80. Fine. Therefore, GAB whichever is higher. 120. 240. And lastly, 2 lakhs, sorry. What do we reduce, bacho? Tell me quickly. Municipal taxes paid by owner during the year. Correct? Have they paid 5%? Yes, they have. So I'm writing here in the bracket now. 5% of municipal valuation of 1 lakh. Okay? 5,000. Fine. Next is percent is 7% of municipal valuation, obviously. Municipal valuation is 1 lakh 50. Is what 9,000, bacho, tell me. Thank you, Khushbu. 10,500. And lastly, we have 4%. Municipal valuation is 175. That comes to what? 7,000. All right. All of you confirm quickly. All of it is okay. Fantastic. Let's go ahead, everybody. All of you confirm once. Everything is okay now. All the numbers. NAV. Mansi, Indrajit, tell me. All okay? Chalo. Next one. What happens, bacho, now? 1,15,000 is my NAV. Then what? 2,29,500. Is it right? And then 1,93,000. Less, bacho. What? Deduction under section 24. Under that, A, standard deduction at the rate of 30% of NAV. All right. 34,500. Okay, Khushbu, thank you. 68,850. Check, everybody. And 57,900. Right? Correct. Yeah. Now, interest on borrowed capital. Okay, everybody? Interest on borrowed capital. Interest on borrowed capital. Again, I'm writing here, but now I'm doing pre-concession now. Okay. Current year is quite easy because they have given you the loan is not repaid. So principal amount into rate of interest. We'll get our current year interest. Okay. But let us first calculate pre-construction. Pre-concession period. Okay. I'm not doing it in working notes. I'm doing it in the main answer itself. Sorry. Chalo. You will give me bacho from date and to date, house wise. House number 1, you can have the numbers in front of you. Important is to date, है ना? Till which date? House number 1, bacho, come on. Yes, Nathan, good. Oh, sorry, not Nathan, Mansi. All of you answer for house number 1, from and to date. Quickly. One 416 to 31 321. Okay, all of you. For house number 1, I'm saying from 1 416. It is date of loan till 31st March preceding the construction completion date. Construction was completed on 1 4 21. So just before the 31st March is 31st March 21. Second case from 1 4 7 1 7 14. Sorry. Till what? Tell me. 31st March 2020. Is it okay, everybody? And third case 1 8 17 2. 1st September 19. So it is what? 31st March 19. Yes, clear, all of you? Any doubt, any problem? Okay. Therefore, how many years and how many months? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 5 years. Exactly, bachcho. 1 7 14. First I'll take bachcho. 14 to 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25 years. And it is July, na? So April, May, June, you don't want. 5 years, 9 months. Correctly, all of you? And then 17 to 18. 18 to 19 is 1 year. But you want from August. So you don't want April, May, June, July. 4 months you don't want. So 8 months you want. Tell me, all of you okay till here? Is it all fine? Will it make a difference that the concession was not completed within 5 years, etc. over here? Will it make a difference? The concession was not completed within 5 years. It does not make a difference because it is a let out property. Let out and deemed to be let out. You don't even have to think anything. Directly, it is without any kind of conditions. There is no ceiling limit. Clear, everybody? Fine? Chalo. Therefore, pre-construction periods, obviously, interest burden. All right, all of you? Other loan amounts, the loan amounts may be different, 10 lakhs, 12 lakhs, 4 lakhs. Rate of interest, they have given you 10%. Great. So not much of a headache. Okay. Quickly, chalo. Then what you have to do? 10 lakhs into 10% is per annum into 5 years. Right, Taylor, all of you? Then second case is what? 12 lakhs is also at the rate of 10%. I'm taking 5.75 years. Okay. 5 years, 9 months is what? 9 by 12, 3/4. 3/4 is 0.75. Okay, everybody? And last one is 4 lakhs. Is also into 10%. You can now, when you have a kind of different odd number of months, you can convert everything into number of months. Means what? 1 year is 12 months now. 1 year is what, bacho? 12 months. And plus above that 8 months. Total 20 months. Divided by 12 months. Means what? It will get number of years. Okay. If at all you have any issues, the same thing. 1 year, you take 1 year separately. And then you take 8 by 12 also separately. 8 months upon 12 months is also okay. The same thing I'm doing here. I'm taking it now into number of years. Okay. 1 year is of 12 months. No. So give me the calculations. Again, if any doubt, ask me. Or not happy with the calculation, let me know. Online, all YouTube, all of you, quickly reply. One lakh into 5 is 5 lakhs, correct? Obviously, total is what? 5 lakhs. 12 lakhs, 1.2 lakhs. No, we'll take that. First, give me total figures. I'm not doing 1/5. Did I ask you? Don't go ahead, no? Is what 6,90,000 second house? Is it? Correct, dealer, all of you. The next one, 40,000 and something above that. 66,667. All right, thank you. These are correct figures, all of you. You're almost done now. Come on, quickly. You also have to check whether you are in the eligible year or no. That is also important, na, bacho? Isn't it? What did I say? Are you 66,400? Is it? Okay. No, it is correct. 66,67 is correct. 20 by 12 you did, no? One-fifth of pre-construction interest. Okay? 1/5 of pre-construction interest. So 1 lakh. Tell me, bachu, when are the construction getting completed? 1/4/21. So 1/4/21. No, it is coming to, I have taken 20 by 12. Anyways, so our 22-23 financial year is coming in the first 5 years. Same thing here also. 1/7/20. So first year is what, bacho? 2021. So again, first 5 years is there. What about this 1920, 2021, 21-22, and 22-23? Yes, it is coming in the first 5 years. So in all the cases, bacho, we can take 1/5. So your bacho is what? 1 lakh. 1.66 is like you can take 666666666. Then you'll get the perfect answer, Khushbu. Okay. Rounding off is okay. That small figure is not, it will not make a big major difference. This is 138. And 66,667 divided by 5. 13,333 I'm taking. Okay. I'm not taking the decimal. These are my eligible amounts. Finally, of pre-concession period interest, which will be allowed in the current year. Isn't it, all of you? Yes? Got it? Nice. Let's go ahead. So this was your first part. Which one? Pre-concession period interest. Hai na? And second part, current year interest, bacho. And obviously the loan is not repaid. So I'll just simply take 10% of the loan amount. Okay. This covers it, everything. Hai na? Therefore, income oblique loss from house property. Give me the figures. I think they are going into losses. You know? The incomes are very less, but the interest deduction is high, isn't it? So give me figures. First one, but first house 119,500. Is it right? Loss, no? Correct. So 1,15,000 minus 34,500 and minus 2 lakhs, no? I think. Correct. 119,500 is loss. Correct. Right, Elio?